Well, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am super excited, and I know you guys are just as excited as I am, to have the beautiful, the amazing, the wonderful Nicole Ari Parker with us today for our Facebook Live. Hi, Nicole.
Hi. That's a lot of pressure. Beautiful, amazing.
All of those things, all of those things. I know you are on set today, so I appreciate you taking a little bit of time out to talk to our radical community about our upcoming Get Radical Women's Conference.
Yes.
And we are super excited because in our radical community, it is all about helping people define success for themselves and get the guts to go after it, because it takes both of those.
Yes.
And so I have been following her career from soul food to leading lady in movies and now on Empire. And you're going to be at the conference. We're going to have an amazing keynote. Our VIPs are having a special lunch with you at the conference for some extra Q&A time. And so today I just want to give people a little sneak peek, a little taste of what we'll be talking about. So if you are tuning in, hit the share button, first of all. Secondly, let us know that you're here, share your name, where you're tuning in from. If you're catching this on the replay, hashtag replay, and let us know where you are tuning in from. So Nicole, in our radical community, when we talk about defining success, what does success mean to you? How do you define it?
Well, that's a great question, because as I've, grown up over the years and, being married with kids, with a career, things are changing and my priorities have changed. Success for me has really been about the process. And because I had to realize that I wasn't running a race, to hit those markers, when you're 20 and 30, to like, I got to do this, I got to complete this, I got to get through college, and then I got to do this. But then I've really enjoyed the process, especially when you're trying to take on something or move into a new territory in the corporate world that you work in, or a new field, or writing a book for the first time, is that you must enjoy the process, because there's the possibility that the thing you're working on might not close at the space that you wanted to close at, or end where you wanted to end, but you have gained all of this knowledge to start again. And I'm in the process right now of developing and producing my own projects, and I am learning so much that I'm grateful every step of the way. So the success for me has been the process.
And that's so important, because in this day and age, we live where in the social media instant gratification, everyone's life looks perfect, everybody's business looks like it's booming. But in the process, you have to be willing to course correct, adjust, maybe
check your own ego while you're checking other people's egos.
Yes, exactly.
And know when to fight your battles and when to just listen and absorb and watch.
Right.
All these other great skills.
Yes. And it's so
that they're going to be used in the next go round.
Yes, the lessons you learn that happens when things don't quite go your way
are just as valuable.
Show up. Yes. And people have to be okay with some setbacks. People have to be okay with course correction. And when you have those challenges, when you have things that don't quite go your way, what is your bounce back strategy? How do you get back in the game when things haven't quite gone the way you wanted it to?
Well, I have really great parents, but growing up, I just had this kind of get back up upbringing, fall down, get back up. And I took that with me along the way, because entering this business, show business, is everything's a no. So every time you see one of us on TV or in a movie, there's 17 other projects that didn't happen.
Right.
So I had to learn resilience at like 17 years old. I got into NYU at 17 years old, and I was like, I hit the road and like thought I was going to be on Broadway in 5 minutes.
Right.
And it was like 20 years almost to the day that Yeah, that when I graduated and was on Broadway, you know, so but I had to have that skill of resilience. I say, but sometimes in the moment that fear is really paralyzing, and I have two things that I do, that one is more spiritual and one is self-talk, which I think is very important. The spiritual tool that I use is based on something I read from Eckhart Tolle about the pain body. So you have this painful experience that's happening. Somebody could say something sideways to you in the office. Someone you trusted to complete a task didn't do it, and things fell apart. You tried to help someone and it didn't go the right way. And this thing could be triggered of being incapable, being insecure, being fearful, feeling less than. And I have this thing where you just don't identify with that feeling. It's not you, the guilt, the fear, the shame. It's an aspect of something old, of something that's lingering. And you just sit in kind of a meditative prayer and you just watch it.
Right.
You just watch it, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And sometimes this can be done in the bathroom, in your dressing room, in your office space. And you just have this moment, and people call it different things, but it's kind of being the witness to the thing that's not you, because if you're looking at it, it's not you.
Right.
Right. And it's this wonderful in the moment tool. I mean, and the other thing that I do, like I said, is like, and then what? You know, that's maybe my little Baltimore self-talk, right? So if this doesn't go my way, and then what? Well, I'm not going to achieve the goal that I set for me. And then what? Well, I'm going to feel less than. And then what? Well, then I'm going to cry. And then what?
Right.
And if you hit this wall of there's no more, and then what? And you have nowhere to go. You basically are challenging all of the sabotage thoughts that are going on, and you get back up. It goes back to resilience. Yeah. And so you know, I have a little bit of the spirit and I have a little bit of gangster.
Yeah, and you need both of those, and you need
both of those, right?
You got to practice that. It doesn't just happen.
Right. It's a daily practice, and you get stronger. And those moments of prayer in the bathroom get shorter and shorter. Mm-hmm. You know, you get right back in it, and you know, it's a wonderful life skill. And I give it to my kids now too. They're in 8th and 9th grade, and their challenges are different, but they're facing them. And one of the things I want to give them when they go out into the world is some tools of how to manage those moments.
Because they're not natural. The natural thing is the guilt, the shame, feeling like a failure. So you have to be taught those skills and how to move past that.
Right.
So important. So important.
Yeah.
You know, our theme for the Get Radical Conference is purpose, freedom, and legacy. And we want people to live more in purpose instead of looking at what society says your success should be, looking at what your family or environment has said success should be, but to really tap into your own purpose and create a life of freedom, whatever that looks like, so that you can leave a legacy. And we don't have time to talk about all of those, but just to touch on legacy, when you think about legacy, your legacy, what comes to mind for you? What is it that you see for generations to come?
Such a great question. And I know we don't have a lot of time. I just, you know, for a long time, I felt very dedicated to my family, to my parents. And, you know, we forget all of the hardships were just a generation ago that granted us our freedoms, you and I. You know, the right to vote was just in 1965. You know, that we forget how close it is. And so for a long time, my legacy was really a dedication to them. I wanted to make their hard work mean something, and I wanted to succeed. And now that I have my own children, legacy is really about investing in them, their education, and creating a kind of a global citizen so they're prepared for what's to come. And my husband is half Ghanaian. Boris, we go to Ghana every Christmas, and that has started to shape my concept of legacy in terms of ancestors. And all of the things that we learn about in history books are, you know, 100-fold when you go there and you see the beginning of the Middle Passage and where it all began. And you start to realize that you were the descendant of a survivor. Yeah. And not descendants of slaves, the way they teach it to us. And so I think it's really important to have that consciousness, especially now, because it gives you a sense of being unstoppable. And I think that right now we need that as a people more than ever.
Yes, and I love the concept of being a survivor, because when you survive something, you've come out stronger, you've come out better, and you come out with a bigger fight in you. Look at what you have been through. And so what you can create from that is even more incredible for what you can create after that. And so when you talk about surviving and where we are today and having people feel like they haven't been able to tap into their power, they've been going through something, whether it's relationship wise or the business isn't working and, you know, things just aren't happening. And to be able to say, but look what I survived. Look what I've been through, that I can now move forward and create something more from this. And I saw all of the pictures from the trip to Ghana. What an amazing experience.
You should come. You should come next time.
You know what? I was like, I had a little FOMO. I was like, man, I am missing out.
Ghana is the star. It is there 365 days a year. You know, you can go anytime and you cannot leave your kids at home.
Yes.
You have them. Can't leave your man at home, your special partner, your kids, your mama. I took everybody. And I think it's so important to explore beyond your boundaries. You know, when you grow up in the United States, you have a particular worldview. And to be able to expand that worldview with travel and to experience other cultures, it does amazing things. It makes you more compassionate. It gives you more empathy. And it allows you to expand what your vision could be beyond what America says. Yes.
Your vision should be. Yeah. Now
we can get into that at the conference. There's a whole lot to unload there. I'm holding back right now.
Yes. And so with work and the travel that you do and raising a family and being married to an incredible man who everyone is like, is he coming? Like, I've gotten that question like,
oh my God.
I'm like, listen.
He's at work, y'all. Sorry, it's just me. Sorry.
How do you manage it all and still take care of Nicole?
I don't know that I manage it all. I mean, keeping it real, it's a juggle, hustle, grind, just like anything else. But I think, you know, in May, it'll be 15 years married. I know. And,
this year will be 27
years. Wow. Did you get married when you were 4? I mean, let me get close up.
I was 3.5.
So, I just think that one of the things that helps our relationship is that we agree on like 3 of the most fundamental things that, you know, especially when you're married, but when you're married with kids, like we want the same things in terms of our children. We have the same kind of like life and religious views. And we also, you know, developed a friendship first. So I think when we're in crisis, you know, just like any marriage where we're not communicating or we're on that like business partner schedule, like, did you do this? Did you do that? Oh, I did this. Well, how come you didn't remember to do that? Like, you know, because schedules and flights and term papers and signing permission slips, you become business partners. And when we fall into that, I try to remember that he's my friend. It's very simple. And then all the stuff. I cook sometimes what he likes.
Yes.
I try not to wear like grandpa clothes to bed. I mean, if you really want to know.
Yes. Yes.
You know, it's all of that. It's spiritual and it's mental and it's physical.
Yes. Yes.
It's a dance. It's a dance, but we both want to be married. That's the thing.
Yes. You have to both want.
We're not fighting that battle.
Yes. It's like the bottom line. Like there's a core. Like we want to be married. We're going to be together. It is always.
We want to be parents. We want to be parents. I mean, sometimes, I mean, the kids,
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that unified front, it is us against the problem. It's us against the issue. We are always on the same team. That's one of the things that we've really been committed to in our relationship as well. So I know you've got to get back on set, but before you go, I just want you to share like the best piece of advice that you've ever gotten.
Oh my gosh, so many.
Or a good piece of advice for people who are really looking to advance in this new year, this new decade, to really set themselves up. We always say the best year yet, but this can be the best year yet. And so what advice would you have for those tuning in?
Well, it's a combo, right? There's no absolutes in all of this. It's like complete the task at hand, like finish the thing that you're doing in that moment, complete it, because you just have a whole lot of unfinished projects or aspects of your one project. Ask for help. You have to reach out and ask someone who's already published a book or developed a business plan or created her own hair line of hair products. You know, you have to ask for help, and don't be embarrassed or ashamed that you don't know how to copyright something or patent something. And then the third thing I think is don't give up.
Yes.
Takes you a little longer than somebody else, so what?
Yes.
Don't give up. Because all the people that are making it and still standing, that's the one through line for everybody.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. I know we just scratched the surface. You are a businesswoman. You have such amazing advice on branding and all of those other components. And then the story about even getting your business off the ground. You know, sometimes people think, oh, you're a celebrity. It's so easy for you, but there's always challenges.
We can get into that.
Yeah, at the conference. And so you guys, getradicalconference.com. Nicole Ari Parker is going to be there. She's going to be sharing such wisdom, mother, wife, actress, entrepreneur. You don't want to miss out. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate it.
Can't wait. Okay. I'll see you soon.
All right.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.